Introduction. In the realm of moral philosophy, few concepts have sparked as much debate and misunderstanding as rational self interest. Often conflated with selfishness, greed, or amorality, rational self interest is, in fact, a principled ethical framework that posits the pursuit of one's own long term well being as the foundation of a virtuous life. This essay aims to provide a comprehensive and moral defense of rational self interest, drawing on philosophical traditions from ancient thinkers like Aristotle to modern proponents such as Ayn Rand. By examining its conceptual foundations, addressing common objections, and illustrating its practical implications, I will argue that rational self-interest is not only morally defensible, but essential for human flourishing, individual rights, and a just society. At its core, rational self-interest, sometimes termed rational egoism, asserts that each individual should act in accordance with reason to achieve their own happiness and fulfillment. Unlike hedonistic egoism, which chases short-term pleasures, or psychological egoism, which claims all actions are inherently self-interest, rational self-interest emphasizes long-term values guided by objective reality and logical deliberation. It rejects altruism's demand for self-sacrifice and instead promotes a morality where personal well-being is the ultimate standard, harmoniously aligned with respect of others' rights. The philosophical foundation of rational self-interest. To defend rational self-interest morally, we must first ground it in metaphysics and epistemology. Human beings are rational animals, as Aristotle famously noted in his Nicomachean Ethics, where flourishing is achieved through virtuous activity in accordance with reason. Rational self-interest builds on this by recognizing that life itself is the precondition for all values. As Ayn Rand articulates in The Virtues of Selfishness, the objectivist ethics holds that the actor must always be the beneficiary of his actions and that man must act for his own rational self-interest. This is not arbitrary. It stems from the fact that existence precedes essence of human terms. We must choose to live, and to live well requires pursuing values that sustain and enhance our existence. Morally, this framework is deontological in its respect for principles, yet teleological in its focus on ends. Rational self-interest demands virtues such as rationality, adhering to facts, productivity, creating values, honesty, rejecting evasion, integrity, acting consistently with principles, justice, evaluating others objectively, pride, earning self-esteem, and independence, thinking for oneself. These virtues are not selfless duties, but tools for personal achievement. For instance, productivity isn't about toiling for others, but about transforming reality to meet one's needs, from building a career to innovating technologies. Contrast this with altruism, the dominant ethical paradigm in many cultures, which Kantian duty ethics exemplifies by insisting on actors performing without regard for personal gain. Altruism, however, leads to contradictions. If everyone must sacrifice for others, who benefits? Rational self-interest resolves this by affirming that voluntary trade, mutual benefit through exchange, is the ethical basis for human interaction. In economics, Adam Smith's invisible hand in The Wealth of Nations illustrates how self-interest pursuits in a free market lead to societal prosperity, not exploitation. Now, addressing objections, misconceptions, and counter-arguments. Critics often assail rational self-interest as immoral, equating it with predatory behavior. One common objection is that it promotes exploitation, as seen in the characters of a robber barons or modern corporate greed. However, true rational self-interest forbids force or fraud, non-aggression principle, and these undermine long-term well-being. Initiating coercion violates others' rights, eroding the social trust necessary for one's own security and prosperity. Rand emphasizes that rights are inalienable claims to act without interference derive from man's rational nature. Thus, a rational egoist respects others' autonomy, not out of altruism, but because it serves their own interests in a civilized society. Another critique stems from utilitarianism, which argues that self-interest ignores the greater good. John Stuart Mill's harm principle in On Liberty allows self-regarding actions but prioritizes aggregate happiness. Yet utilitarianism falters by treating individuals as means to a collective ends, potentially justifying sacrifices of minorities. Rational self-interest counters this by upholding individual rights as absolutes, ensuring no one's happiness is built on another's unconsistent loss. Empirical evidence supports this. Free market societies where self-interest is channeled through voluntary exchange have historically lifted more people out of poverty than collectivist systems, as documented in the works by Friedrich Hayek, The Road to Serfdom. Now, psychological objections claim self-interest is inherently antisocial, fostering isolation. This misunderstands the role of relationships in rational egoism. Friendships, love, and cooperation are valued not as duties, but as sources of profound personal joy. Aristotle's concept of virtue friendship aligns here. Bonds based on mutual admiration of character enhance self-interest without self-sacrifice. In romantic love, as Rand portrays in Altus Shrugged, partners trade spiritual values, each gaining from the other's virtues. Environmental and global concerns also arise. Does self-interest lead to resource depletion or inequality? Rational self-interest advocates property rights and innovation as solutions. By owning resources, individuals have incentives to steward them sustainably, as seen in private conservation efforts outperforming state-managed ones. Inequality, when resulting from voluntary production, is not immoral. It reflects differing abilities and efforts. Forced distribution, conversely, de-incentivizes productivity, harming all in the long run. Religious critiques, such as those from Christianity, emphasizes on self-denial, view self-interest as a sinful pride. Yet even biblical ethics contain self-interested elements, like the golden rule, implying reciprocal benefit. Rational self-interest doesn't deny benevolence. Voluntary charity can be rationally self-interested if it brings personal satisfaction or supports valued causes, but it rejects obligatory sacrifice as messianistic. Practical implications: rational self-interest in action. In daily life, rational self-interest manifests as purposeful living. Consider career choices. Pursuing a passion-aligned profession maximizes productivity and fulfillment, benefiting society through better goods and services. In education, it encourages self-directed learning over rote compliance. Politically, it supports laissez-faire capitalism, where government protects rights but doesn't interfere in consensual activities, fostering innovation and wealth creation. Historically, figures embodying rational self-interest include inventors like Thomas Edison, whose self-driven pursuits revolutionized society, and philosophers like Epicurus, who advocated moderate pleasures for tranquil happiness. Modern examples abound in entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, whose ventures advance human progress by pursuing personal visions. For society, rational self-interest underpins justice. Critical justice, for instance, should focus on restitution and deterrence, not vengeance, aligning with victims' interests. In international relations, it promotes free trade and non-interventionism, avoiding wars that drain resources. Ultimately, rational self-interest empowers individuals to live authentically, rejecting guilt for success. It fosters a culture of achievement where heroes are creators, not martyrs. In conclusion, rational self-interest stands as a robust moral philosophy, rooted in reason and human nature, offering a path to genuine happiness without the contradictions of altruism. By embracing it, individuals not only secure their own flourishing, but contribute to a harmonious society through voluntary cooperation. Far from being immoral, it is the ethics of life-affirming affirmation, demanding the best from oneself and respecting it in others. In a world rife with calls for sacrifice, defending rational self interest is not just philosophical, it's a moral imperative for human progress. Now, some examples in storytelling. The Inventor's Dilemma. In a bustling industrial town, Eliza was a brilliant engineer who dreamed of revolutionizing transportation with a new electric vehicle design. He worked tirelessly in his garage, investing his savings and time, driven by his passion for innovation and the vision for a prosperous future for himself. His neighbors criticized him, calling his pursuit selfish. Why not donate his skills to communal projects like fixing the town's outdated bridges for free? True morality is sacrifice, they said. But Elias reasoned that forcing himself to labor without reward could drain his spirit and creativity. Instead, he patented his invention and partnered with investors who shared his values, trading equity for capital. When his vehicle hit the market, it not only made Eliza wealthy, but created jobs, reduced pollution, and lowered costs for everyone in town. Those same neighbors now drove his cars, benefiting from his selfish ambition. The moral of the story? Rational self-interest fuels progress. By prioritizing his long-term goals, time preferences, without harming others, Eliza uplifted society through voluntary exchange, proving that personal achievement is a virtue, not a vice. Now, next story, The Artist's Canvas. Lila, a talented painter in a Bohemian village, faced pressure from her family to create art only for charity auctions, sacrificing her earnings to help the less fortunate. They viewed her desire to sell work at galleries as greedy, insisting morality demanded selflessness. Lila, guided by reason, rejected this. She knew that compromising her vision for others' demands would stifle her creativity and lead to resentment. Instead, she focused on masterpieces that reflected her soul, exhibiting them where collectors valued her talent. Her success allowed her to live independently, and she chose to mentor young artists voluntarily, finding joy in sharing her knowledge with those who earned her respect. Years later, her works inspired a cultural renaissance in the village, drawing tourists and boosting the economy. Her family's initial disdain turned to pride as they saw her egoism enrich the community. The moral of the story? Rational self-interest preserves integrity. Liza's refusal to sacrifice her art didn't isolate her. It enabled authentic contributions, showing that true benevolence stems from strength, not obligation. Next story example, The Farmer's Harvest. On a vast plain, Theo was a farmer who toiled to perfect sustainable crops using scientific methods. The local collective urged him to share his yields equally, regardless of effort, labeling his focus on his own farm as immoral individualism. We must all sacrifice for the common good, the Volksgemeinschaft, they preached. Theo thought deeply. Blind sharing would discourage innovation, as why strive if others reap without sowing? He chose rational self-interest, trading surplus produce for tools and knowledge, respecting others' rights to do the same. He formed alliances with like-minded farmers, exchanging techniques that improved everyone's yields. When a drought hit, Theo's efficient method saved his farm, allowing him to sell water-conserving seeds at fair prices. The collective, however, reliant on outdated ways, suffered until they adopted his innovation through trade. Theo's prosperity became a beacon, teaching that self-reliance breeds abundance for all. The moral? Rational self-interest promotes justice. By earning his success without coercion, Theo demonstrated that morality isn't zero-sum gain. It creates value, benefiting society without demanding sacrifice. Last, the healer's oath. Dr. Mira, a dedicated physician in a remote clinic, was hailed for her free services to the poor, but inwardly exhausted by endless demands. Colleagues whispered that charging fees was unethical, that healing should be pure altruism. Mira realized this path led to burnout, compromising her ability to help anyone. Embracing rational self-interest, she set reasonable fees, using earnings to upgrade her clinic and to study advanced treatments. She offered scholarships for deserving patients, choosing objectivity, ensuring aid to those who valued it. Her practice flourished, attracting specialists and turning the clinic into a regional hub. Patients received better care, and Mira's fulfillment grew, knowing her work was sustainable. Those who once criticized her now sought her expertise, paid or not. The moral of the story: rational self interest sustains virtue. Mira's balanced approach showed that self care isn't selfishness, it's the foundation for enduring good, rejecting the false dichotomy between personal gain and morality. The explorer's quest, this is the last story. Captain Arden led expeditions into uncharted lands, fueled by his thirst for discovery in the riches it promised. Society decried his ventures as reckless egoism, arguing explorers should prioritize mapping for public benefit without personal profit. Arden countered with reason. Risking life for others' sake alone would be suicidal folly. He funded his journey through sponsors who gained from new trade routes, also honoring contracts and sharing knowledge voluntarily. On one voyage, he discovered a fertile valley, claiming land to build a homestead while mapping paths for settlers. His self-interested maps opened opportunities for thousands, sparking economic booms. Arden's wealth allowed him to fund schools in the new territories, inspiring future explorers. Critics eventually acknowledged his contributions, born not from duty, but from passionate pursuit. The moral of the story: rational self-interest drives human advancement. Arden's story illustrates that when individuals pursue their rational goals with respect for rights, society reaps exponential rewards, affirming egoism as the moral force for progress. Now, moving on to the final topic, evasion in objectivism, a comprehensive explanation of evasion. Continuing on here with Ayn Rand, in Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism, evasion represents a fundamental epistemological and moral failing, central to understanding human volition, rationality, and ethics. Objectivism holds that reason is man's primary tool for survival and flourishing, derived from the objective grasp of reality through perception and logic. Evasion undermines this process at its root, making it not just an error, but a deliberate betrayal of one's mind and life. Before I explore its definition, philosophical underpinnings and moral implications, consequences and examples, drawing from Rand's writings and key objectivist sources. Let's go on to the definition of evasion. Evasion is the willful suspension of one's consciousness, the deliberate refusal to think, to focus on reality, or to integrate available facts into knowledge. It is not mere ignorance, oversight, or honest mistake, which objectivist distinguishes as errors of knowledge, but an active choice to unfocus the mind, creating an inner fog to escape the responsibility of judgment. Rand describes it as operating on the metaphysical premise that a thing will not exist if only you refuse to identify it, as if pronouncing it is optional. In essence, evasion is non-thinking as an act of annihilation, a wish to negate existence by blanking out inconvenient truths, though reality remains unaltered and ultimately punishes the evader. This concept ties directly to objectivist view of consciousness as volitional. Humans are not automatic knowers. They must choose to raise their awareness to a conceptual level through effortful focus. Evasion is the antithesis, dropping that focus, suspending judgment, and declaring implicitly, "Who am I to know?" which Rand equates to, "Who am I to live?" It's akin to a primitive savage believing words can magically alter reality. But here, the magic is the power of unuttered words, the blank out to pretend facts don't exist. Let's go on to the epistemological foundations. In objectivist epistemology, knowledge is objective, hierarchical, and contextual, built from conceptual evidence to reason without contradiction. Evasion subverts this by refusing to perceive or integrate what is available to awareness. It's not about avoiding reality, which might imply physical evasion, like dodging a threat, but evading it mentally, choosing blindness over sight. Rand emphasizes that while one can evade reality, one cannot evade the consequences of doing so, as reality persists independently of wishes or denials. This volition aspect of distinguishes evasion from passive states. Fear and guilt from evasion are chronic and deserved, stemming from abandoning one's means of survival, the mind, through a chosen default. It's not caused by superficial traits like selfishness or weakness, but by this basic suspension of thought. In contrast to subjectivism, where knowledge is whim based, or mysticism, faith over reason, evasion is a rational being's self sabotage, leading to anti conceptual thinking and floating abstractions detached from reality. The moral implications of evasion as the root of evil. Objectivist ethics is grounded in the requirements of human life. Reason, purpose, and self esteem are cardinal values, with rationality as the primary virtue. Evasion is man's basic vice, the source of all his evils, because it rejects reason, the foundation of moral action. By evading, one affects the soul with permanent guilt, not from specific crimes or flaws, but from the blank out used to cover them up. This makes evasion a real threat to existence. Contrasting with religious notions like original sin and objectivism, evil arises from volition choices, not innate depravity. Rand argues that vice typically stems from evasion rather than intentional malice, refusing to think things through fully. It's immoral because it initiates a chain of destruction without full awareness. Actions become irrational, leading to harm to oneself and others. In her novels, like Atlas Shrugged, evasion is portrayed as a societal vice, where characters deny truths, the consequences of collectivism, accelerating collapse. Objectivism rejects the idea that people evade by explicitly thinking, I won't think about X. Instead, it's a subtler, habitual, unfocusing, often rationalized post hoc. Moving on to the consequences of evasion, the repercussions are both personal and existential. Evaders experience deserved fear from disarming themselves and guilt from knowing the choice was volitional, leading to psychological disintegration, resentment, and a life of contradictions. On a broader scale, evasion enables irrationality in society, from political corruption to personal relationships, marred by self-deception. Rand's famous quote encapsulates this. You can evade reality, but you cannot evade the consequences of evading reality. Reality destroys the evader. As unmet needs and unresolved conflicts accumulate, eroding one's ability to achieve values like productivity or happiness. Here's some examples from objectivism. Personal evasion. A person aware of a flaw and a bad habit but blanks it out, refusing to judge or correct it, leading to chronic guilt disguised as unrelated issues. Moving on to the next example, intellectual evasion, dismissing evidence against a cherished belief without examination, such as a parent evading a child's learning difficulties through wishful thinking. The next one, societal evasion. In Atlas Shrugged, characters like James Taggart evade the reality of their destructive policies, rationalizing failures as sacrifices for the public good, ultimately contributing to economic ruin. And finally, emotional evasion, suppressing rage or fear without identifying its cause, leading to uncontrolled outbursts rather than rational resolution. Okay, let's summarize here. Evasion in objectivism is the volitional refusal to engage with reality through reason, making it the epistemological root of moral evil. It contrasts sharply with honest errors and underscores the philosophy's emphasis on integrity, living by unflinching adherence to facts. Overcoming evasion requires a commitment to focus, integration, and moral judgment, enabling a life of achievement and self-esteem. For a deeper study, I recommend Ann's works like The Virtue of Selfishness and Leonard Peikoff's Objectivism, The Philosophy of Ayn Rand. And they expand on these ideas. Okay, that concludes today's two topics, evasion and the topic of the moral defense of self-interest. Now, the reason I'm doing these kind of essays and reading these essays is I want to expose people to these ideas, and that this philosophy of objectivism is a complete philosophy. And I hope you gain some good knowledge, and I hope you can use this knowledge and live in reality, not reject existence. Okay, so now moving on to the game portion of the show. And, okay. So as usual, we'll play Dave Defeat first. And we'll switch over. Let's see if my friend is around. Maybe he might want to join. No, he's not around. Might have set down. Okay. Now moving on. Dave Defeat. Where are we here? Okay, so we'll go to the EU fast path. That seems to be the more friendly server. Ooh. Okay, always a little lag when it starts. All right. Okay, where are we at here? Ah. Okay. Oh, fine. Always this same map. Must be a coincidence. No. All right. Oh, what's going on there? Hope you find these series enjoyable. Go back and watch the other ones too to gain some more insight. Hope it's helpful. And later I'll open up to a discussion with others. Maybe not a debate, though. I'm not going to do debates. But first I want to cover the basics. Covering all the basics I can think of. Concept formation. Covered a lot of homesteading, time preferences. We'll go into more of those just to set the foundation. Heck, I might even just maybe look at one of Ayn Rand's philosophical books and read it. Maybe provide commentary and analyze it too, and how that's the foundation for anarcho-capitalism. We kind of covered that too, but we will. Okay, so we're gonna capture this. Oh, I'm dead. Let's see. Now that I'm dead, what's the FA server like? Supply depot. Oh no, Teuthonia. I don't see him on there. Yeah, evasion's a good one. That's a good topic. A lot of people evasive or pragmatism. I like to do a critique of pragmatism as well. Anything like that, like the evils of altruism and pragmatism, evasion, whim worshippers, like the deeper in that. Oh. Well, he may not come. I'm not sure. All right. Lots of points. I have no friends. No one's here.
Where's my teammates? Oh, there's a guy. What? Where was he? Hiding just around the fence. How's everybody? Welcome. If you missed the topic, you can go back and watch the beginning of the video. But if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. We're trying to cover as many of the objectivist principles as we can. Just to set a foundation. Yeah, that might be a good video. Concept formation might be pretty good. Might be a good one. Read that and analyze that and comment on it. I like what Conceptual James is doing. He's reading Mein Kampf. And he's analyzing. That's good. Is he reading the whole book? I'm not sure.
That's a long book. That's like 600 pages. Well, it's 2 books in one. Well, there's actually 3 books. The first one Hitler published. And then he published the second one after that. And there was a third one he was working on that was discovered in a vault in Virginia. They call it his secret second book, but it's his. It's actually his third book. The edition of Mein Kampf that you buy, you find the good edition. That one contains volume 1 and 2. So that's it. I mean, that's what he's doing is good. He's doing like 3-hour streams, reading Mein Kampf and talking about the woke right. Man, they're waiting for us. There. Go up here. What's that? Oh! Nice grenade. You know, YouTube changed the chat. How many? Let's see. Oh, we've actually won 2. Uh-oh. No. Gonna grab that last flag. Huh? Uh-oh. Lag. What? Uh-oh. What's going on here? What the heck was that? That was a bad leg, Rick. Got more coffee though.
Auf geht's, Männer! Das Gebiet muss genommen werden!
Okay. Where did you come from? Who was he talking to? Talking to me. That was bad rubber banding. Oh, okay. I got lost. Let's go through the kitchen here. Whoa!
see a shadow right there. Damn.
Check Discord again.
Yeah. He may not be playing late these days. Look. What?
I wonder how many people are actually playing, or they're just spectating. The AI people.
Sandbags. Okay. Oh, you didn't get that? Here, I'll help you. Okay, we got it. Whoa. I'll get this flag. Okay, I got that flag. Let's see if we get the last one. Yay! Got the last flag. Cool. Wow. You can't jump over? I've never been over here. I've never seen this part of it happen.
Marsch, Marsch! Wir haben nicht viel Zeit! Nehmt die Angriffsziele! Jawohl!
Sniper. I like how that. Whatever that building is at Kursk, it's like the Citadel from Half-Life. Wow. Where's that guy? Like, whoa, there. Okay.
Ziel genommen!
Why?
Gesichert!
Oh, it's that guy. Okay, he's glitching on top of the bush. Huh? rock. Take it easy. Oh, okay. I didn't get most kills. I got most captures. Okay, we won 4. So they changed my map. Whoa! Ah. Whoa! What? Ah, he's in the window. We'll keep going for another 15 minutes. And that's if they don't change the map. They might change the map before.
Area secure!
Got one more. What? Darn. Yeah. Well. It looked like they got change the map. It's up there in the bedroom, yeah.
What?
Check. Okay, the server doesn't look too bad. I guess, yeah, in 10 minutes when we go over there, it should still be pretty good.
I hope so. Usually kind of dies out around. Yeah, okay. There's a guy around there somewhere. Hiding around a rock or... Ah!
Or hiding around the corner.
Where are you?
Same guy.
It's stuck. We're stuck. Okay, let's go and punch this guy. Where is it? What?
Bullet sponge.
Look at that, my aim is bad. Okay, got one more. Pipes. I put those in my map. Does it usually take that many bullets to kill someone? Oh, goodness. server still looks good over there. So in a couple of minutes, we'll join that one. Sewers. There's no sewers in here. That's in the other map.
Gebiet gesichert.
Okay. Got that one. Get the other one. Ah!
Area secure.
Yeah, sure. Okay, well, had enough of my teammates there. We could have just pushed that into that flag. Okay, we just need to get one more. Okay. Let's get these last two flags. Let's change to 3. I'll vote for 3. We did avalanche left. What? Avalanche again? Yeah. We did that last week. I think they just do that every week.
Point secure.
Get him with my grenades.
Objective secure.
They're getting a double kill.
Auf den Ballon, Männer.
Well, all it takes is one guy to... What? Yep, let's go. Grab it. What? Okay, we got about a minute. Where is he?
grenade. Alright, let's switch over. Wolfie T now on the FA server, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Let's start. Warbell. Okay, that's a decent map. German engineer. Okay, it's not bad. Taking his clothes.
Dynamite planted.
Huh? Uh-oh, leg.
Dynamite defused.
Dynamite
Okay.
planted.
Killing spree.
Construct the command post.
Covert ops.
Ah,
Dynamite planted.
Killing spree.
let's see. Do we have a command post? No.
Dynamite planted.
Huh? Why can I? I guess it doesn't want me to yet.
Dynamite planted.
I'm near the command post.
Objective
Killing spree.
Is someone supposed to destroy this or something? All right, fine then.
Dynamite defused. Need a medic.
Dynamite planted.
There we go. Stay here. Wait for the allies to come. Disarm the dynamite.
Objective secured.
Dynamite planted.
Double kill.
Taken.
There we go. Okay.
Killing spree.
Flamer is back. Okay. Whoa. Allies need some more players over there.
Objective taken.
What the fuck? Someone jumped over me?
Objective
Killing
secured.
spree.
Objective taken.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Wow.
Great shot.
Go get him. You got in. Who's talking so much?
spree.
Mm-hmm.
Command post constructed.
What? Well, thought he was gonna follow me in the cave. Let's go.
Dynamite planted.
Uh-oh.
Dynamite
I
planted.
don't like this guy.
Dynamite defused.
Ah, I need to construct
Dynamite
that stupid
defused.
thing. You- Oh, I'm dead.
Medic.
Yeah. I only have one health.
Damage to our command post.
Danke, sir. The enemy's weakened. Need a medic. I'm a medic.
What the
Medic.
We've got 10 minutes left here. We someone rang the bell.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Portal's gonna open. Let's go sacrifice. Oh, we got one.
Killing spree.
No.
Medic. Dynamite planted.
Rampage. Killing spree.
Medic.
Hey. No pushing. Destroyed the bell mechanism. So I gotta go repair the bell mechanism.
Rampage.
Medic.
Ah,
Command post constructed.
how many players do they have? Eh,
Great. Thanks.
Dynamite planted.
okay,
Killing
let's go
spree.
construct the bell. Oh, the bell mechanism.
Medic.
God.
They have damaged our command post.
The enemy is weakened. Good game.
Well, I told you.
Fire. Whoops.
Okay. What's the next oh, radars now. Okay, that isn't that bad. Lots of fault. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Prepare to fight.
All right.
Be back in
In a second.
First blood. Hi. Hello. Hi. 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 Hi.
Okay. Let's fight. How many people are still? Ah,
First blood.
all those trees.
I'm constructing.
Come on, post constructed.
No,
They have captured the forward
no, we got it back.
They have captured the forward bunker. Forward bunker, reclaimed.
Man, they always get it. They keep it.
Forward bunker, reclaimed. They have captured the forward
They'll do this real fast and they'll get stuck.
Killing spree. Dynamite planted.
They have destroyed the side entrance.
Killing spree. Need a medic. Dynamite planted.
Yeah, I told you this server really emptied out around this time.
Destroying the main entrance.
Killing spree. Great shot.
They have damaged our command post.
Yes.
What? Okay, fine.
Killing spree.
Okay.
Killing spree. Need a medic. I'm a medic. Shot.
They have constructed a command post.
Excellent. Rampage. I need ammo. Negative.
Oh, okay, I'm on the roof. Oh, no.
Killing spree.
Empty server now.
Killing spree. Rampage. Need a medic.
Tipsy. You get mad.
Killing spree.
Anti-rush is almost over. You have to wait like a few minutes. Okay.
Killing spree.
Dominating. Killing spree.
Hey,
Objective taken.
there's.
They
Oh,
have stolen the east radar pod.
Rampage.
Objective taken.
oh, I got the other one.
The west radar pod. West radar pod. Drop. We have returned the west radar pod. Objective secured. Objective taken. They have stolen the west radar pods.
Oh, easy to steal those
West
parts.
radar pods. Drop.
Must not been
Objective taken.
manufactured very high quality.
They have secured the
materials.
east radar pods.
It was
They
so
have
easy.
secured the west radar pods.
Okay, so we can do Italy and finish up.
Yes!
Okay, be back in a few minutes.
Good game. Hold your fire!
Prepare to fight. First blood. Fight.
Okay, Italy map.
First blood.
Command post constructed.
Need a medic!
Dynamite planted.
Medic! Negative. Yeah!
Dynamite planted. Dynamite planted.
Yeah, okay, fine. Don't care.
Medic! Ah, Sakut!
Construction completed.
The enemy's weakened.
Okay. Did they get the command post?
Killing spree.
Dynamite planted.
Killing spree.
Here's a path.
Dynamite defused.
No one respond.
Danke.
Killing spree.
Got a lot of trees. I want to use those.
That didn't work.
Dynamite planted.
Killing spree.
Hello. Hello. Disarm the dynamite. The enemy's weakened.
Killing spree.
Move.
Construction completed. Damage to our command post.
Mm.
Constructed a command post.
Too late.
We need covert ops.
Killing spree.
Danke. Negative.
Construct the command post.
The enemy's
Hmm?
need a medic.
Command post.
Oh, okay.
Constructed. Dynamite
Big
planted.
deal.
Dynamite planted.
The enemy's weakened.
Whoever gets that command post last. No, doesn't mean we're gonna keep
Killing spree.
Yes.
Killing spree.
Great shot. Let's go. Yes.
Dynamite diffused.
use these windows.
Dynamite diffused.
Yeah, they're just sticking out like that.
Oh
I
yes.
borrow some of them and glue them on my buildings.
Disarm the dynamite. Negative. Excellent. I'm an engineer.
Uh-huh.
Dynamite planted. Dynamite planted.
Killing spree.
Dynamite diffused. Dynamite diffused.
Yeah.
They have damaged our command post. Command
Killing
post.
spree.
Dynamite planted.
What? Yeah, it's coming back. The server's
Killing spree.
they're just working on defense.
They have damaged our command post. Dynamite planted. Dynamite diffused.
We need an engineer.
Dynamite diffused.
Killing
They
spree.
have constructed a command post.
Destroy primary objective.
Dynamite planted.
Need a medic.
Killing
Dynamite
spree.
planted.
Let's go.
Dynamite diffused. Dynamite diffused. Dynamite planted.
Thanks.
Destroy construction. Great shot.
Dynamite planted. Dynamite planted.
Boy construction. Let's go.
Rampage.
I don't really care at this point. It's drag a little bit.
This boy.
Killing spree.
We need covert ops. Great shot.
Killing spree.
Disable the
Construct the command post. They have
Nice.
constructed a command post.
Rampage.
Yeah.
Disable the vehicle. Reinforcements.
Construct the command post.
You will. Need a medic.
Okay.
Aye. Let's go.
Yep, that's how this map is.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
I see they got some piping here.
Reinforce the offense.
They have constructed a command post.
How did they get up there?
Killing spree.
Firing.
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Protect the gold.
How does a Jeep blow open a door?
Killing spree.
What? Where is he?
Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate. Objective secured. Second gold crate returned.
Need covert ops. Need a medic.
All right. That's it. I'm out. This is it. So, okay. So I'll be doing the model building stream. Still continue with the Macross model. So see you then. Have a good weekend.